U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. This will make it into the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. For the first time with Tariq Cohen, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Open man is Connect, the tight end. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's third down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Chicago.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Here's Trubisky to throw. That is caught by Cohen. Down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Eddie Pinheiro lining up for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Taken in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Chicago! 72 yards on the punt return. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
To kick off for Chicago.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Side taken in here to start this drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
46-yard line.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of
2nd and 11 now.
Up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
brought down at the 48-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Surprise, they ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. First and 10.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. After the play, not a good sign. Dalvin Cook staying on the ground. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. It's Underwood, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Quarter with the score: Bears 14, Vikings nothing.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Here's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here is away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Vikings have it set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. First down. Cook. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the carry, it's Cook. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 33. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Play fake here on 1st down. And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
3rd down.
The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Trubisky. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And it's 21-3.
Next to score, Bears 21, Vikings 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
For Chicago.
Taken in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. He's going to sling this deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. Third down here.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have the Bears first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. A Chicago first down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. A gain of 6 there on first. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down, Bears.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7. At the 40.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First down, Chicago.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They go play action with Trubisky. A full left side taken in by Kmet. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Trubisky to throw again. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as the Bears push further out in front.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Bears 28, Vikings 10. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
On the deep ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll drop to throw. Throwing for his line back, and he's got him complete. But not much there, only a yard.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
2nd and 9 now. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He's got Harrison left side complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Trubisky gives to Cohen, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Made by Michael Pierce.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too. Defense
rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. He needed 9. He got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Montgomery. They'll run for it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
First down, Bears.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll try the counter here. Cohen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. This is a quick pass from Trubisky. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. He can run, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Mitchell Trubisky, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Bears will extend their lead. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. Takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Brought down behind.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Vikings 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
At the 43-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his fifth touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes the score Bears 35, Vikings 17. Sam Martin set to kick off.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now Trubisky on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Allen Robinson.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Bears on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's got his man in stride complete. And he will first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 14 yards into Chicago first down.
First down, Chicago.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39.
At the 39-yard line.
Now it's Trubisky. Caught offside by Robinson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 27 yards there, a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
That is made, and it's caught for the Chicago touchdown. Darnell Mooney there to make the grab. And the Bears will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Down 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
Pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Look at this. Big gain. Fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. They'll look to throw here on first down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Cook. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on 3rd down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Setting up the screen for Cook. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. Accelerating, and off he goes. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because...
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Their own 16-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs. You're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
And 7 at the 21-yard line.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
That's complete to Mooney. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Tonight's final score, Bears 49.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll fall to 1-2.